ஐந்தாவது உலக தமிழர் பொருளாதார மாநாடு பாண்டிச்சேரி உலக பொருளாதார உச்சி மாநாடு ஒரு சிறப்பான மாநாடாக அமைந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு பாண்டிச்சேரி மாநிலத்தினுடைய முதலமைச்சர் அவர்கள் தலைமை தாங்கி நடத்தி கொடுத்திருக்கிறார்கள். இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக கயானா நாட்டினுடைய பிரதம அமைச்சர், the only one Tamilian sitting as a prime minister of the entire world, என்னுடைய தலைமை விருந்தினர். This is a great opportunity for us to meet him in this gathering. He attended our third World Tamil Economic Conference in Chennai in 2016. He told he will come to even fourth conference. He was unable to attend the Durban conference, but he sent a wonderful message for us. Still remembering that message with the beautifully English song behind, and put a nice video and telecasted on the day for all over the world. That is a wonderful message is sent. This year also he agreed to come for this conference. You know very well, Mr. Moses Peerasamy Nagamuthu, not so easy to come to Chennai. He catch hold from Georgetown to New York, 5.5 hour flight, wait for another 2 to 3 hours, I think 12 hours, then catch another flight from New York to New Delhi for non-stop flight, 16.5 hours, then wait for another 3 to 4 hours, then catch another flight to Chennai, 2.5 hours, then another 1 hour wait in the airport, then he reached by road to Pondicherry for 3 hours by road, then he stayed few hours only. He is here with us to grace with us. I am welcoming Your Excellency. You are there. It is a great honor for us. உங்களுடைய வரவு எங்களுக்கு மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கிறது. I am welcoming Mrs. Nagamuthu, always very smiling face, wonderful lady, always all the success behind for Mr. Nagamuthu. I am welcoming the great man, the only president of in the world now sitting as a president of the country, even though acting president, Mr. Paramaswaram Pillai Vayabari, the president of Mauritius acting. Even though acting is a full-fledged president, the one Tamilian sitting as a president. So he attended a third conference, fourth conference, now fifth conference. He is our well-wisher, patron, associate and supporter for this conference. Mr. Paramaswaram Pillai Vayabari is a wonderful personality to discuss with for investment and business opportunities for Tamils wherever he goes. He's always inquire about what is going on for everywhere. Even last night we discussed about the Durban issues. He wants to go to Durban to settle that some of the issues going on there for among Tamils. Such a showing interest for him, he came here same way. For you know very well, Mauritius only weekly one flight. Before 2 flights, now again they made it for 1 flight between Chennai to Mauritius. He came on Tuesday and he will be there for up to another Tuesday comes, then only he will go back. That is the situation. He is spending his whole week with us, even though he is having a busy schedule. He is here. உங்களை அன்புடன் வரவேற்பதில் நான் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். உங்களுடைய வரவு எங்களுக்கு மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கிறது. I am very happy to welcoming our evergreen young personality, our minister from Mauritius, Mr. Yogidas Swaminathan. Yogidas Swaminathan always enthusiastic to help our people. I went to Mauritius few times. Every time is always receiving us very cordially, friendly and also helpful to us. Not only for that, any Indian problems, especially Tamil's problem in Mauritius, is always taking top priority to settle their issues and supporting their welfare and supporting their economic development. And that is why he elected as a member of parliament, then elevated as a minister. Very powerful portfolio called the Minister for Communications Innovation portfolio. I am welcoming, sir. உங்களை வரவேற்பில் நான் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். அடுத்து மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடையக்கூடிய இன்னொரு விஷயம் என்னவென்றால், மலேசியாவுக்கும் ஆஸ்திரேலியாவுக்கும் இடையில் பப்போகினியா என்று ஒரு நாடு இருக்கிறது. நீங்கள் போய் மேப்பில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். நிறைய பேருக்கு ஒரு வாயிலே நுழையாது. இருந்தாலும் பப்போகினியா என்றால் நீங்கள் நல்ல செல்வ வளம் நிறைந்த ஒரு நாடு, பாமாயில் வளம் நிறைந்த நாடு, ரப்பர் வளம் நிறைந்த நாடு. அங்கே தமிழ்நாட்டிலிருந்து தன்னுடைய 20-25 வயதிலேயே அங்கேயே போய் தொழில் தொடங்கி அந்த நாட்டினுடைய குடியுரிமை உரிமையை பெற்று அந்த மக்களுடைய அன்பை பெற்று அவர் அந்த நாட்டினுடைய தேர்தலில் வெற்றி பெற்று அந்த நாட்டினுடைய முதலமைச்சர் என்ற அளவுக்கு உயர்ந்து இன்றைக்கு கவர்னராக இருக்கிறார் என்றால் is a great honor for us. A Tamil man went all around from Chennai to Kuala Lumpur, then Singapore, then traveled to Papua New Guinea, then taken a lot of risk and started his own business. He started various business activities. Then he adopted his hometown. Then he adopted his own country. Then he got a citizenship, passport and everything. Then he converted himself, his own life there. Then he contested the election as a member of parliament. He won the election. Now he is sitting as a governor of the state. Really, உங்களை நான் மிகுந்து மதிக்கிறேன். உங்களுடைய economic development, political interest, public service, social service, that is the reason you developed such a way. I am welcoming, sir. உங்களை வரவேற்பது நான் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். இன்றைக்கு இவ்வளவு பெரிய நிகழ்ச்சி இங்கே நடக்கிறது என்றால் இதற்கு மிகப்பெரிய காரணம் என்னவென்றால், இங்கே உட்கார்ந்திருக்கிற மிக அமைதியாக எங்களுடைய பாண்டிச்சேரி மாநிலத்தினுடைய வருவாய்த்துறை மற்றும் தொழில்துறை அமைச்சர். நான் அவரை பல முறை சந்தித்தேன் கடந்த 3-4 மாதங்களில். அவர் இந்த மாநாடு சிறப்பாக நடைபெறுவதற்கு அவர் அளித்த ஒத்துழைப்பு அளவிலாதது. அவர் பல அமைச்சர்களுடன் கலந்துரையாடி, பல அமைச்சர்களுடன் பேசி, பல அதிகாரிகளுடன் பேசி, முதலமைச்சருடன் பேசி இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு எப்படியெல்லாம் ஒத்துழைப்பு தர வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக அவர் மிகுந்த பாடுபட்டிருக்கிறார். இன்றைக்கு பாண்டிச்சேரியினுடைய அரசாங்கத்தினுடைய பிரதிநிதியாக இங்கே அவர் வந்திருப்பது நமக்கெல்லாம் மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கக்கூடிய ஒன்றாகும். We are very happy, the organizing committee and all the delegates, the Pondicherry government, Minister Mr. Shahjahan, Minister for Revenue and Industries here, that is helped a lot to conduct this conference, supported. Pondicherry government given a special GO to appoint an officer. Such a way, he supported in many ways. I am welcoming, sir. You are here. It's a great support for us. I am very happy. The Member of Parliament, Mr. T.K. Ilangovan, from Rajya Sabha, from Chennai. He is one of the founder of our organization. We started in Madras Development Society in the year of 1981. Actually, myself and Mr. Ilango, we started together this organization. Now he is here to greet and support and welcome to participate in this conference. Mr. T.K. Ilangovan is a hard-working personality, very good speaker in Tamil and English, and also he served in the banking sector. Now he would in politics. Even though his public service and social service enormous, his father was also a member of parliament, so his contribution is a lot. I am welcoming Mr. Ilango. உங்களுடைய வரவு எங்களுக்கு மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கிறது. அடுத்து இங்கே வருகை தந்துள்ள மலேசிய நாட்டினுடைய மலேசியன் இந்தியன் சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ் என்று சொல்லப்படக்கூடிய 11 மாநிலங்களை ஒன்றடக்கிய மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ். அவர்கள் நடத்திய செயற்குழு, அதாவது எக்ஸிக்யூட்டிவ் கமிட்டி மீட்டிங் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய அந்த மீட்டிங்கே என்னை அழைத்து என்னை அங்கே பேச வைத்து அதில் ஒரு ரெசல்யூஷன் பாஸ் பண்ணி நாங்கள் இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு மலேசியா முழுவதும் இருந்து ஒரு மாநிலத்துக்கு குறைந்தபட்சம் 3 பேர் என்ற விதத்தில் 33 delegates and other delegates, more than 50 delegates brought by Mr. the great man, Chancellor Kenneth Eastern. அவர் வந்து இந்த சேம்பர் ஆஃப் காமர்ஸ் பிஸ்னஸ் இதில் வந்து ரொம்ப திறமசாலி, பல ஆண்டுகள் இந்த வணிகர்களுக்கு பணியாற்றுவதில் மிகுந்த அனுபவம் பெற்றவர். அவர் இங்கே வந்திருப்பது எங்களுக்கு மகிழ்ச்சி அளிக்கிறது. அதுக்கடுத்த you know all very well about Mr. Salahuddin. Mr. Salahuddin is a topmost industrialist and businessman in the country, in the international level also. He always telling, if you want to work, if you want to make money, go to foreign country, especially Middle East or anywhere, you will make a lot of money. If you want to live, come to India. The life is in India, money is in outside. Both you can enjoy each. Go and come back, go and come back. Such a policy, he traveled all over the world. He started many business. He achieved a lot. He supported Second World Tamil Economic Conference held in Dubai in 2011. He spent more than 2 crores rupees through this company. I am very happy because of auditorium, car, rooms, everything is this company sponsored a wonderful program we organized in 2011. I am welcoming, sir, Mr. Salahuddin, you are here. I am very happy. Now Mr. Logi Naidu, you know very well, the popular politician, evergreen personality, and also is a celebrity from Durban city. He is a former mayor, former speaker, and also he was in jail for more than 10 years in the freedom movement. He taken an initiative to organize a 4th conference in Durban city. He served as a reception committee chairman. He played a very major role to conduct the conference very successfully. Mr. Logi Naidu and I worked together more than 14 months, and I traveled more than 10 to 12 times to Durban and other areas of South Africa, and we mobilized a lot of people in the similar auditorium in Durban. That conference went on very well, a very successful conference. I salute your service, Mr. Logi Naidu. I am welcoming you for this conference. Mr. Ravindran. Ravindran is, even though we know each other within 2 years' time, but he's always showing interest for this conference. He attended the last conference. He's an attorney, and also he was a member of parliament. He's having a lot of corporate activities because his participation will enhance the friendship and the negotiation and everything between Singapore and the other part of the world. Singapore, you know very well, fully developed as well as equipped city, country and island. They can play a very major role to support our Tamil community to come up on economic development. Especially you see the Singapore appointed the Deputy Prime Minister is a Tamilian. The External Affairs Minister is a Tamilian. Commerce Minister is a Tamilian. You must see that Singapore given Tamil is equal importance to the English, Mandarin, Malay. The 4-language formula, the Tamil is everywhere in Singapore. Singapore is spending a lot of money for Tamils and Tamil language. Even the Lee Kuan Yew once told, there are many other Indian community in Singapore requested for include other language like Hindi, Punjabi, Bengali to include as official language. Then Lee Kuan Yew told, Tamils are with us for freedom movement. Tamils is a part of with us. We can give a top priority for them. So Tamil cannot remove or Tamil cannot replace. என்று சொன்னார்கள். அப்படி அனைத்து முக்கியத்துவம் வழங்கி உள்ள ஒரு full-fledged நாட்டிலிருந்து வருகை தந்துள்ள ரவீந்திரன் அவர்களை வரவேற்பதில் நான் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். அடுத்து திரு பாலபாலேந்திரன் அவர்கள் இந்த மாநாட்டினுடைய கருப்பொருள் 2003 உருவாவதற்கு காரணமானவர்கள் ஒருவர். அவர் சென்னைக்கு பல முறை விஜயம் செய்த போது அவரும் நானும் பல முக்கிய பிரபலர்களும் ஒன்று சேர்ந்து இந்த மாநாடு எப்படி நடத்த வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக பல முறை நாங்கள் கூடி பேசியிருக்கிறோம். அப்படி பேசிய இந்த மாநாட்டு மூலமாகத்தான் இந்த மாநாடு மிகப்பெரிய வெற்றியினை இன்றைய அடைந்திருக்கிறது என்றால் அதற்கு பாலபாலேந்திரன் அவர்களும் ஒரு காரணம். I am very happy to introduce Mr. Balendra, the former Deputy Mayor of Auburn City. He's a wonderful personality. He played a very major role to bring this conference for the first mini serial of this conference. Another, இன்றைக்கு இங்கே வருகை தந்துள்ள எங்கள் தமிழ்நாட்டைச் சேர்ந்த பல்வேறு தொழிலதிபர்களில் மிக முக்கியமாக விளங்கக்கூடிய திரு விஜிபி சந்தோஷம் அவர்கள். சந்தோஷம் அண்ணாச்சி என்று சொன்னால் இன்றைக்கு தமிழ்வாடும் நல்லுலகம் அனைவரும் அறிவர். அவர் சொந்தமாக விஜிபி உலக தமிழ்ச்சங்கம் என்று வைத்துக்கொண்டு உலகம் முழுவதும் சென்று திருவள்ளுவர் சிலை வழங்குவதும் திருக்குறளை பரப்புவதும் அதன் மூலமாக அங்கங்கே தொழில்களை வளர்ப்பதும் என்று அவர் பணியாற்றி வருகிறார். அவரை உங்கள் அனைவரின் சார்பிலும் வரவேற்பதில் நான் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். அதே போல திரு ஆர் வீரமணி, ஜிம் கிரானைட் மற்றும் ஜிம் குரு குழுமத்தினுடைய தலைவர். மிஸ்டர் வீரமணி இஸ் a very popular industrialist and businessman in India. Veeramani is having many positions because he served as the president of the Indo-American Chamber, Indo-Russian Chamber of Commerce, Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, South Indian Chamber of Commerce, Madras Chamber of Commerce, like many Chamber of Commerce president. Now he is holding a president of the All India Import and Export Council chairman nominated by the Ministry of External Affairs is holding second time. He is having an office more than 60 countries. He is a granite king என்று சொல்லலாம். அந்த அளவுக்கு இவர் பணியாற்றி வருகிறார். But more than that, he is an advocate, lawyer. He is interested on always professional interest. But he is always our supporter, funder, patron. I am very happy to welcome Mr. Veeramani. வணக்கம், வருகவே. அடுத்தாற் போல இங்கே வருகை தந்துள்ள பிரசிடென்ட் கிளாரியன் ஹோட்டலுடைய தலைவர் மிஸ்டர் அபுபக்கர் என்று சொன்னாலே அவர் எப்போதும் எங்களுடன் உடனிருந்து பயணிப்பவர், விழாவிற்கும் அனைத்து நிகழ்ச்சிகளும் உடனிருந்து உதவி செய்பவர். அவர் என்றும் எங்களுடன் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு இளம், அதே நேரத்தில் சக்தி வாய்ந்த ஒரு தொழிலதிபர். அவரை இன்று அனைவரின் சார்பில் வரவேற்பதில் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். அதே போல அமெரிக்காவிலிருந்து வருகை தந்துள்ள டாக்டர் ஜானகிராமன். You know very well, Janagaraman contributed more than $500,000 to create a Tamil chair in Harvard. இன்றைக்கு தமிழ் சேர் உருவாக்கி இருக்கிறது ஹார்வர்ட் யூனிவர்சிட்டி என்று சொன்னாலே டாக்டர் ஜானகிராமன் is a reason. He created a ink. Many people now trying to bring a Tamil chair from many cities and universities. Not so easy, because they must get a permission from particular university, they must get a proper fund, they must get a proper academic support, then only we can start a chair. That is taken initiative, he achieved. இந்த அவர் வருகை தந்திருக்கார். அவரை உங்கள் அனைவரின் சார்பிலே வரவேற்பதில் நான் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். Now we are here for our Consul General of Pondicherry. The Pondicherry means, you all know, Pondicherry is a Jawaharlal Nehru told Pondicherry is a window of French culture. Without Pondicherry, you cannot think about France. The France development, France labor, France intellectual, France international movement, Pondicherry traveling along with France. Wherever the France is there, France territory in Reunion or a French Guyana or any other island of French country, or wherever there, the Pondicherry people was there. Pondicherry people mingled with the French culture and moved with everywhere. They have an embassy, consul office in Pondicherry. Madam visited. Here it is a great honor for us. Not only that, here as we invited a lot of ambassadors and the consul generals, there is a next session. Actually, that session will shifted to the evening 6 p.m. due to today's the Vice President of India participating in many functions. Many VIPs held here and there, including our Chief Minister. Chief Minister will come any moment. That is the reason we little delayed this entire conference. We enjoyed the Bharatanatyam dance and everything. The 11:45 program will move to 6 o'clock. Even though I am welcoming His Excellency Ariel and what is that? Ariel Endorti Calindo El Sardo Ambassador. Then His Excellency Daniel Peter Hotel, the High Commissioner of Guyana. Where is he? High Commissioner of Guyana? Yes. Then we have another two High Commissioners also coming from Bengal and Sudan also here. Sudan, Dr. Daniel Peter, Sudan. Then Guyana is David Golden Belvid. Then Guyana High Commissioner, Sudan Ambassador, then Eldorado Ambassador, then Bengal Ambassador is coming tomorrow, then Consul General of France, then many honorary consul like El Salvador, then Myanmar, then Mauritius, like many honorary consuls are here. Then it will have a chance to meet many people for another 3 days. The judges of the Madras High Court, Secretary Civil Servant of the many departments in Government of India, Government of Tamil Nadu and Government of Pondicherry, and also a Chamber of Commerce from many countries will be there for different sessions. You should not miss it, even one session and one speaker's speech, because you all came to Pondicherry to attend this conference, to enjoy and get a fruitful result, to get some thread to go further on economic development. You meet everyone to exchange your card, to get some chance to develop next level. That is the reason we invited the businessman, industrialist, civil servant, professional like advocate, doctors, engineers and chartered accountant and professors. So this is an opportunity for you, don't miss it. This conference actually, not only the Pondicherry government, Tamil Nadu government supported, then Government of India, especially Ministry of External Affairs, taken a lot of interest to contact us and support us to go further. The Government of India now taking initiative to India to go with internationally for business and economic development. That is the reason separate wing called the Economic Development Wing of External Affairs Ministry given a special support to our conference. They deputed one officer by name Mr. Raja, is the director of concerned department, is here to witness the entire proceedings. And also the final day, Mr. Prasant, the final day, the Prasant Agarwal, the Joint Secretary, DPA1, Minister of External Affairs, will give a special speech on opportunities under India's line of credit. It's a great honor for this conference. The Indian government recognized and also supported this conference. Government of India given a special political clearance to conduct this conference, to come any foreigners anywhere in the world to participate. This is only for economic conference. You can participate like that. They're given a political clearance also. So that is the reason it is a full-fledged international conference. I'm very happy to welcoming everyone. Our sponsors, you know all the emblems here. Mainly this conference sponsored by V8 University. then other universities and other VA, many companies, including Jim, then Meridian, Clarion, Captain Point, then Doga Bank, then Life Health Center, like that, many other organizations supported technically, financially. I am very happy to everyone. You all came here long distance. I cannot give a very long speech, even though I covered everything, all the points. Especially I am thanking for our committee members and friends and our patron members to giving cooperation to my journey to organize such a conference. உங்களை அனைவரையும் இந்த நல்ல நேரத்தில் சந்திப்பதில் வரவேற்பதில் உங்களுடன் கலந்தாய்வு செய்வதில் நான் மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் உடம்பு சரியில்லாததால் தான் கொஞ்சம் சரியாக பேச முடியல. இருந்தாலும் உங்களுடன் கலந்து கொள்வதில் நான் மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறேன். உங்களுக்கு இங்கே ஏதாவது குறைகள் அது இருந்தாலும் மன்னிக்கவும். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி மிக சிறப்பாக அமையும். வணக்கம், நன்றி.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sampath sir. So he said, I'm not keeping well, but we all have assembled here. The man behind this conference, the real hero for today is Dr. Sampath sir. I request you all to give a huge applause for him. Thank you so much, sir. Now it's time to honor the dignitaries. Once again, I call the convener of the World Tamil Economic Conference, Dr. V.R.S. Sampath sir, to honor the dignitaries. Firstly, His Excellency Mrs. Veerasamy Nagamittu sir, the Prime Minister of Guyana, and his wife, the smiling beauty, Mrs. Sita Nagamittu ma'am. It's a beautiful moment. This photograph is lovely. Thank you so much once again, both of them, for coming. Nextly, the President of Mauritius, the acting President of Mauritius, His Excellency Paramasivan Pillai Vayapuri sir. Thank you so much for coming and gracing the conference. Minister of Technology, Communication and Innovation, Mauritius, Honorable Yogita Swaminathan sir. Thank you so much for coming. New Guinea's Governor, Honorable Sasindran Muthuvel MP sir. So, Sampath sir பேசும்போது சொன்னாரு, ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்பட்டு இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் வந்து நம்ம அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ எல்லாத்துக்குமே காரணம் ஒருத்தர் அப்படின்னு அவருடைய பேரை குறிப்பிட்டு சொன்னாரு. He is none other than the Honorable Minister of Revenue, Transport, Industries and Commerce, Information Technology, Forest Work Board and Minority Welfare, Government of Pondicherry. Yes, the Minister, Maryadaiக்குரிய ஷாஜஹான் sir. அடுத்தபடியாக நியூ கினியா கவர்னர் Honorable, that's okay. The next ராஜ்யசபா ஒரு MP திரு TKS இளங்கோவன் அவர்கள். Malaysian Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry Kuala Lumpur President Tan Sri Dr. Kenneth Ishwaran avargal. Thank you so much for coming. Singapore former member of parliament திரு ஆர் ரவீந்திரன் அவர்கள். Thank you for coming. Nextly, South Africa Durban former deputy mayor திரு லோகி நாயுடு அவர்கள். He is part of the conference. We can't separate him from this conference. Thank you so much for coming. The next dignitary, he's come all the way from Australia, the former deputy mayor, Thiru Bala Balendra avargal.
Organization always coming.
He is also the part of this conference. Wherever the conference goes, he comes. Thank you so much for coming. The next dignitary of the day, Salahuddin Group of Companies Managing Director, Thiru Salahuddin avargal. Thank you so much for coming, Salahuddin sir.
The pillar of our conference in Dubai and here.
He is the pillar of this conference in Dubai and in Pondicherry. Thank you so much, Salahuddin sir. And நான் ஏற்கனவே சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே சந்தோஷத்தை தரக்கூடிய விஜிபி அப்படிங்கிற அந்த பிரம்மாண்டமான இடத்துடைய நிறுவனர் விஜி சந்தோஷம் ஐயா. ரொம்ப நன்றி ஐயா வருகை தந்ததுக்கு. The next dignitary of the day, GEM Group of Companies, GEM R. Veeramani avargal. Thank you so much, sir. இவங்களை பத்தியும் சொல்லணும்னா இவங்களும் இந்த கான்ஃபரன்ஸ்க்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு மாரல் சப்போர்ட் கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. She is none other than Pondicherry's Consulate General, Miss Catherine Sular. Thank you so much, Catherine ma'am. Thank you, Sampath sir. Thank you so much. Nextly, ஒரு ரெண்டு pillars நம்ம மிஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். They are none other than Mr. Abu Bakr, the President Hotel Chairman. Dr. Janagiraman, he's come all the way from USA. Yes, doctor. Thank you so much for coming and gracing the conference. So, இப்போ ஒரு பதில் சந்தோஷம், பதில் மரியாதை நம்ம விஜிபி சந்தோஷம் ஐயா திரு சம்பத் அவர்களை கௌரவிக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்படுறாரு. ஓகே, சோ இந்த கௌரவம் ஒரு பக்கம் நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இன்னொரு பக்கம் நம்மளுடைய சிறப்பு அழைப்பாளர்கள் மேடையில இருக்காங்க, அவங்களையும் நம்ம கௌரவிச்சிட்டோம். இப்பொழுது அவங்களுடைய முத்தான பேச்சை நம்ம கேட்க இருக்கோம். தேங்க்யூ சோ மச் சந்தோஷம் ஐயா. நம்ம பிரசிடென்ட் வந்து கௌரவிச்சிருக்காரு. முதலாவதாக யாரை நம்ம பேச கொண்டு போறோம், அதுக்கு முன்னால திருமதி நாகமுத்து அவர்களையும் கௌரவித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார். ரொம்ப நன்றி சந்தோஷம் ஐயா. அவர் எங்க வந்தாலுமே அவருடைய சந்தோஷத்தை பேருக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி வெளிப்படுத்துவாரு. எல்லாருக்கும் பதில் மரியாதை செலுத்திக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார். ஒரு நினைவு பரிசு, அருமையான ஒரு நினைவு பரிசு. நன்றி ஐயா. ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ நம்மளுடைய சிறப்பழைப்பாளர்கள் எல்லாரும் இருக்காங்க. அதுல உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து ஃபெலிசிட்டேஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்காக சில பேர் நான் கூப்பிட இருக்கேன். ஸோ தேர் அட்டென்ஷன், as like we are running short of time, I'd request you to speak few words to the crowd. Firstly, I'd request to call the Consul General of Pondicherry, Ms. Catherine Swart, to speak few words for us.
Vanakkam. That's my only few words, I'm sorry. Honorable guests, dignitaries from abroad, and honorable representative of the government of Pondicherry. I was asked to have a speech about business and investment between France and India, but I think that it's a bit too long, right? So I will shorten it. Okay, is it of interest? Okay, let's go on. At the evening, I'm sorry, sir, but there was no, there is a okay. At the evening, we have a festival with La Réunion, as you know, and La Réunion is part of also the deal of Tamil environment and the French connection. So I can't be at the two places at the same time. Just a few words maybe to remind that France and India have a very strong relationship and a strategic partnership since it was the first one actually that India signed with another foreign country. It's since 20 years. French investment in India stands at $5.3 billion for foreign direct investment, and France is the 8th investor in India within the G20. We have more than 1,500 French company branches, and the French company branches are responsible for more than 3 lakhs jobs here in India. Going to the Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry region, for sure the presence of French stakeholders and economic actors is strong in Tamil Nadu region, in particular with 29 headquarters of French companies in Tamil Nadu, more than 118 branches in the state. And I must specifically mention 5 of the very big French companies in Tamil Nadu: Alstom, Michelin, as you say, Renault, Saint-Gobain, and quite recently Peugeot is coming back. But also we have many French companies present in Pondicherry, Union Territory. Most of them are SMEs, and they are participating in the development of the Smart City program, and let's say the French touch in the development of the tourism. The French economic presence is growing every day, and yesterday, for example, I was in Chennai to the launching of a new joint venture between GSC and Avinia, who are two companies, French and India, developing ready-made building for development of industries. Maybe I can also just say a few words about the attractiveness of France for those of you who would like to invest in France. France is about the 7th largest economy in the world, as India became the 6th, and constitutes the 2nd largest market in Europe today. France has this very significant pool of talents for more than 1 million engineers, and we want very well to attract more Indian students in France. As the French president said this year when he came to India, he set up the objective of welcoming 10,000 Indian students every year by 2020. So it's a lot of work, and we do hope that we will have a lot of development in that field also. I think it would be only for now, because I know that you have a lot of speech coming up. Thanks a lot for coming, for joining us.
Thank you so much, ma'am. She is also about to give a session in the afternoon, so we are very eager to listen to your session. Nextly, I call upon Australia's former Deputy Mayor, Thiru Balendra, sir, to give few words for us.
Good morning, everybody. Vanakkam. Honorable V. Narayanaswamy, Chief Minister, His Excellency Ms. Moses Virasamy, His Excellency Paramasivam Pillai, and all the other dignitaries. And welcome to all. Okay. Although the minister is here, I'll just continue just to keep everybody in place. I think this is the fifth conference conducted by Dr. Sampath. We have started this conference, this was initiated in Australia, in Sydney. I think a lot of you may not know. Anubadiyal dan Australia enna madiri idai thuvanginadu endru saadaya solren. அவர் ஆஸ்திரேலியாவுக்கு வந்த பொழுதும் நான் சென்னைக்கு ஒரு 4-5 தரம் 1999 இருந்து இதை துவங்கிய யோசித்தோம். அதிலிருந்து கடைசியாக சிட்னியில் எங்களுக்கு வளர்க்க முடியவில்லை. ஆனபடியால் பிறகு கடைசியில் சென்னையில் இருந்து இந்த மாநாடு தொடங்கி வந்து கொண்டிருந்தது. So we had to continue with this, but only person who was behind the whole conference is Dr. V.R. Sampath. அவருக்கு ஒரே ஒரு வித்தியாசம் எங்களுக்கும் அவருக்கும் என்னன்னா, அவர் இன்னும் he is still a bachelor. I think that's the only character he has which is allowing him to continue and run these conferences effectively. And also he is completely dedicated to the conference for the last 10 years. And he didn't have any other team behind him. It's all on his making. And wherever he goes, he is known to everybody. Not only here in Chennai, everywhere in the world, wherever Tamils are, he is well known and he is respected because of his dedication, not only to the Tamils, to the conferences as well as for the industry itself. He has been the pillar of his work for the last 30-odd years. He started the Madras Development Society in 1981 in Chennai, and I'll just mention a few examples and of his aims, what he started with. He wanted to concentrate fully on sustainable development in every field of human life and global issues such as human rights, environment and pollution, conflict resolution, training in disaster management, corporate governance, education and training, and legal aid. And he has attended conferences everywhere in the world, and wherever Tamils are, as I said, he is wanted. I think he is one of the well-traveled person. உலகம் சுற்றும் வாலிபன் என்றால் திரு சம்பத்தை சேரும். யாதும் ஊரே யாவரும் கேளீர். அதுவும் அவரை பொறுத்தது அவர்தான் உலகம் முழுகும் தமிழையும் தமிழுக்காகவும் தன்னுடைய நாட்கால எல்லாத்தையும் அர்ப்பணித்துக் கொண்டே இன்னும் செய்து கொண்டு வருகிறார். So I will conclude that and thank you very much for inviting me, and I hope we will have a conference one of these days in Sydney, Australia. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Balabhalendra sir. So நம்மளோட இந்த மாநாட்டினை சிறப்பிப்பதோடு மட்டுமல்லாமல் தலைமை வகிக்க புதுச்சேரியின் முதலமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு திரு வி நாராயணசாமி அவர்கள் வந்துள்ளார். உங்களது பலத்த கைத்தட்டலுடன் அவரையும் வருகிறவர்களை அன்புடன் வரவேற்கின்றோம். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் ஐயா வருகை தந்ததுக்கு. அடுத்தபடியாக சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்காவில் அவரோடு இணைந்து டெப்டி ஸ்பீக்கர் ஆஃப் பாண்டிச்சேரி அசெம்பிளி திரு சிவகோவிந்த் அவர்களும் வந்துள்ளார். உங்களது பலத்த கைத்தட்டல் பேரில் அவரையும் வருகிறவர்களை அன்புடன் வரவேற்கின்றோம். அடுத்தபடியாக I call upon South Africa's former Deputy Mayor Thiru Logi Naidu sir to give away his address.
Thank you, Madam Program Director. Inku Pondicherry Periyogale, Thaimagale, Ellarukum Kale Vanakkam. Tamil kunja pesre. It gives me great pleasure, your distinguished ministers who are present here today. Let me recognize the Prime Minister of Guyana, the President of Mauritius, the Chief Minister of Pondicherry, His Excellencies, the ministers and government representatives who are present, Dr. V.R.S. Sampath, the convener of this conference, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be at the 5th conference of the World Tamil Economic Conference here in Pondicherry. My roots are in the south of India. My great-grandfather, Ramaya Sadanaidu, came from North Arcot district to South Africa to work in the sugar fields as an indentured laborer. They toiled in the sugar fields so that future generations of South Africans would have a better life. Today, the Indian diaspora in South Africa hold prominent place in the South African society. In every facet of life, be it business, education, social welfare, in every stratum of society, the Indian community and the Tamil community in particular have played a prominent role in South Africa. I served as Deputy Mayor under the presidency of Nelson Mandela from 1996. My political school was the Natal Indian Congress that was formed by Mohandas Gandhi in South Africa. Gandhi spent 21 years of his life in my hometown of Durban. It was here in Durban that he crafted the philosophy of Satyagraha. Today, our desire and ambition is to strengthen our economic links with our motherland, India. The city of Durban is the largest port in Africa. Chennai is a port city also. We want to build the bridge across the Indian Ocean, strengthen the bonds that exist between our two cities, Durban and Chennai, South India and South Africa. We want to increase the business transactions that are happening between the two regions. And as I said, Durban is your gateway into the African continent. Secondly, we want to see a twinning arrangement, a sister city agreement between Durban and the Madras Corporation of the city of Chennai, so that we can use that opportunity to promote language, culture, religion, and the way of life of our community. Thirdly, we want to establish a Tamil chair at the University of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa, and we're following in the footsteps of Dr. Janaki Raman in the USA, where they have established the Tamil chair in Harvard University. That's a wonderful achievement. And if we can do this throughout the world, it will be a great thing for our rich heritage, our culture, and our language. We are a classical language, and we must be proud of our heritage. Once again, I wish the conference good deliberations. May we continue with the economic and cultural linkages with the rest of the world, the Indian diaspora. Nandri.
உங்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய நன்றிகள். Thank you so much, sir. அடுத்தபடியாக I call upon the former member of Parliament, Singapore, Thiru R. Ravindran sir to give away his address. சிங்கப்பூர் முன்னாள் நாடாளுமன்ற உறுப்பினர் திரு ஆர் ரவீந்திரன் அவர்களை பேச அழைக்கின்றோம்.
Vanakkam, Excellencies, distinguished guests and friends, a very good morning to all of you all. First of all, I want to say that I'm very proud to be a Tamil because I appreciate the language, I appreciate the culture, but more importantly, as I grow older, because of my fortunate government that has provided me Tamil education, now I'm pulling up ancient literature and I'm able to understand that I really am proud to inherit a great tradition in terms of culture, in terms of moral values, in terms of divine knowledge, and as we grow older, I'm quite sure many of you will discover, and basically this has come about because of the diaspora of the Indian community becoming wider. And here I'm very impressed that many of the Tamils who have migrated across borders are able to put together many of these ancient books and literature and traditions and culture all in the internet, which were inaccessible to many people overseas and also within India for many years. So as I discover many of these new things about our culture, our history, and some of these books and knowledge that was there is time immemorial. Many of it goes to 5,000, 7,000. I'm truly impressed. And I'm quite sure this will invigorate and encourage many of you to discover more of being a Tamil and why we share a great tradition and great culture and great knowledge in the world. But most importantly, sir, I wanted to highlight that it is very important that many of the people here on the dais today who are leaders in the Tamil community globally, it is vital that in order to set example for Tamils all over the world to be proud that they are Tamils, and that as we network in the business environment, the leaders show up themselves that they are Tamils and they are proud to be Tamils, and where the opportunity presents, they should speak in Tamil, which I should today, but for the benefit of many of you who do not speak the Tamil language, I decided to speak in Tamil. I speak very well. Thirdly, as we go about networking among ourselves, I think let us ensure that as we network and we do business, we do sincere business, we do on the business of trust, and that when we go overseas or when we come to India, we can trust a Tamil to do business, and that we will grow together and we will prosper together, and whatever we do, we will ensure it's a win-win formula. On that simple message, I would like to congratulate the organizers, and I look forward to networking and growing the friendship and the business opportunities among all of us. Thank you very much. Nandri Vanakkam.
Thank you so much, and your Nandri Vanakkam was also awesome, sir. Nextly, I request the Malaysian Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kuala Lumpur President, Tan Sri Dr. Kenneth Ishwaran, sir, to give away his address.
Allarkum Kalai Vanakkam. Honorable Chief Minister of Pondicherry, His Excellency Mr. Narayanasamy, the Prime Minister of Guyana, Acting President of Mauritius, and not forgetting Dr. Sampath, the man whose only one person runs this total program and the brain behind this. ஆனா ஒரே ஒரு காரணம், நம்ம நாடு முழுதும் இது 5வது கான்ஃபரன்ஸ். நம்ம மலேசியால இருந்து சவுத் ஆப்பிரிக்காக்கு போனோம். அன்னைக்கு போய்க்க 18 பேர்களோட போனோம். ஆனா இந்த தடவை பாண்டிச்சேரிக்கு வரைக்க 35 பேரோட from Malaysia we are here. காரணம் என்ன? மொழியை மறக்கப்படாது, நம்ம தாய்மொழி. அதால தான் நம்ம எந்த நாட்டுக்கு போனாலும், யுஎஸ்க்கு போனாலும், லண்டனுக்கு போனாலும், ஆஸ்திரேலியாக்கு போனாலும் நம்ம தாய்மொழி கட்டாயம் இருக்கு. அந்த தாய்மொழியை தான் நம்ம இன்னைக்கு இந்த மண்டபத்துக்குள்ள உட்கார்ந்து இருக்கோம். But the main purpose is for economy. So I think it's very important conference like this. We are doing networking to make sure we can cross between many countries. Ana India ko Malaysia ko, we have got a long history. We have got about 7% of our total population Indians are there out of 31 million. So we are a small country. We are not big as India, but we can do a lot of things, we can work together, and more than that, the state of Pondicherry, Honorable Chief Minister is a very long good friend of mine. His state is a wonderful state. You can see the way the things are developed. So with these words, I like to thank all delegates. Please participate in this 3 days conference. You have come from far and near. So make sure that this conference give you enough networking, business opportunity, for each and you, for all trades. Nandri Vanakkam.
உங்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய நன்றிகள். It was a beautiful speech and your speech was really confident. And nextly, I call upon Rajya Sabha MP through TKS Ilangovan sir.
பாண்டிச்சேரி உலக பொருளாதார உச்ச மாநாட்டிற்கு தலைமையேற்றிருக்கின்ற புதுச்சேரி முதலமைச்சர் மாண்புமிகு வி நாராயணசாமி அவர்களே, இங்கே வரவேற்புரையாற்றி இருக்கின்ற ஏறத்தாழ 45 ஆண்டு கால நண்பர், கல்லூரி கால தோழர், என் அருமை நண்பர் டாக்டர் சம்பத் அவர்களே, இந்த மாநாட்டை தொடங்கி வைக்க இருக்கின்ற கயானாவின் பிரதமர் மேதகு மோசஸ் வீராசாமி நாகமுத்து அவர்களே, சிறப்புரையாற்ற வருகை தந்துள்ள மொரீஷியஸ் குடியரசுத் தலைவர் பொறுப்பு வகிக்கும் மேதகு பரமசிவம் பிள்ளை வையாபுரி அவர்களே, மற்றும் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியிலே கலந்து கொண்டு இதுவரை வாழ்த்தி உரையாற்றிய பல்வேறு நாடுகளின் தமிழ் பிரதிநிதிகளே, திரளாக கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்ற பொருளாதார அறிஞர்களே, பெரியோர்களே, தாய்மார்களே, வணக்கம். I have come here to witness the seminar, but I was called to address the seminar. The one thing which I want to mention is that Tamil is the only language and land which has a recorded history of 2000 years of cultural, social and commercial activity. We can say that the first shipbuilding in the entire Asian nations is from Tamil Nadu. That is the Chola, during the Chola Empire. தமிழகத்தின் முத்துக்கள், கொற்கை முத்துக்கள், சோழர்களின் துணிகள், சேரர்களின் பணப்பயிர்கள், like pepper and other things, were exported to the world over in various countries, and the connection of trade between Tamil Nadu and the other world countries has a recorded history of around more than 1,500 years. That is the strength of Tamil Nadu, and now my friend Mr. Sampath's attempt to reunite all these people and once again give a thrust to the trade and commerce is an appreciable attempt. I will definitely stand by him in his endeavor. Two names which everybody knows. The one is Pepsi, a cool drink. The other is a product which has entered every household right to the kitchen. That is Google. These two organizations were headed by two Tamils. That is important. There is nobody who can forget Google, who are not new to Google or who are not using Google. Like that Pepsi. So we have the ability. We have the ability to rule a country. have the ability to work for the people. Commercially, we had a very important place in history, but which now I feel is a little lagging. And I think this kind of seminars will definitely help in improving the commercial activity of the Tamils world over, and once again regaining the lost strength which we had earlier, which I have seen many people from overseas that come to Tamil Nadu only for trade. Many Romans, French, British, even the Portuguese. Everybody, they came here for trade, but somehow they stood with us. Now, even though we are independent, that touch has to come back, for which we all have to work. With these words, I once again congratulate Mr. Sampath for organizing such a beautiful seminar on this subject. Thank you.
நன்றி இளங்கோவன் சார், ரொம்ப அற்புதமா இருந்தது உங்களுடைய